Hi, I'm Brett, and welcome to WiThrottle. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the universal consisting feature of the full version of the WiThrottle app. What this allows you to do is to link two or more locomotives together under one throttle screen in the WiThrottle app. It will send commands to each of the locomotives in that throttle individually without doing any kind of programming change to the locomotives. So the only place that your consist will exist is inside of the WiThrottle app. For this, I'm going to demonstrate using 9388 and 1071. I already have the locomotives running, so from the app on the address screen, I'm going to select the first locomotive that I want in the consist, which in this case will be 9388. I will set that address. Now I have control of just that one locomotive. I'm going to turn its headlight on, and I'm going to back it up almost to where I couple to the other locomotive. Normally you would couple them together, but with them separate you'll be able to see one locomotive's reactions compared to the other. You'll be able to tell that I'm not just dragging the second one behind the first one. So, we're going to pretend they're coupled together. I'm going to go back to the address screen. I'm going to select a second locomotive to add to this first one. I'm not going to release the first one. 9388 will stay connected. So I'll pick NS 1071 and I'll hit add. The next thing it does is it asks me the relative direction. Since the two of them are facing the same direction and I want them running the same direction, I'm going to consider that normal to each other. If I wanted them to run opposite directions, like if the two locomotives were linked tail to tail, I would hit reverse. So I tap normal, and now it shows that we have 9388 plus 1 connected to this throttle. We'll go back to our throttle screen, and in the throttle screen we'll simply take the locomotives and drive away with our train. As I hit apply brake, it's sent to both locomotives so that the two of them stop together. This screen, all of the functions are being sent to both locomotives. Any speed change, any direction change, emergency stop, it will be sent to each address, 9388 and 1071. So since I'm stopped, I can release my brakes, and you have the full complement of functions available. If we want to get a little bit noisy, we'll turn on the cab chatter. So that's as simple as it is to get two of them to run together. I can reverse direction, back them up a little bit, put them back into the frame. And notice that the headlight in 1071 is off because it was off when I started, and I haven't changed the function at all. I haven't turned it on or off at this point. So anything that you want to change on one locomotive has to be done with just that locomotive selected. Once you have the two of them linked, all the functions are sent to both of them at the same time. So, one other feature with this, if we go back to our address screen, we have a small information indicator shown next to the addresses. If we tap on that address box, anywhere in the green box at this point, it brings up a screen with more controls over how the addresses are selected. What I mean is, if I had the locomotives connected incorrectly, where they were fighting each other instead of working together, I can reverse the relative direction here by tapping on the arrows. 1071 is now set to run in reverse when 9388 is set to run forward. We can go back to our throttle screen, and we'll see that the two of them are now working opposite each other. We can set them back to the original plan, back to there, and we will see that the two of them are now working together again. When we're done with our consist, we can release one or both of the locomotives just by tapping the release button for it. In this case, I'll release 9388. I'll go back to my throttle, and now in this case I have just 1071 connected. I can turn on my headlight, back it up out of the frame, so now I have control of just 1071. I'm going to go back to my address screen, and I'm going to link the two of them together again. I have 9388 staged to go in. I'll hit add. I'll connect them in their normal orientation. I will go back to my throttle. I'm going to put them in reverse. Back them up just slightly, and you see that they're connected again. If I hit release from the regular address screen, it will release both locomotives. As you can see, everything's gone. Now in this case, someone else can take one or either one of the locomotives. They can take both of the locomotives. There's no changes that have happened to the decoders in these locomotives. There's also no changes on the DCC system. It does not know that those two locomotives were consisted together. Even when they are consisted together, it doesn't know about it. So therefore, there's no lingering effects of the consist. When you're using it, it's there. When you're done with it, it's gone. When I quit the app, it's completely forgotten. So that basically explains how it works. I think it's a fairly underutilized feature of it. I originally created it for use to help with helper service and things of that nature, where we want to add a locomotive temporarily onto the back of a consist or onto the back of a train to help with hills. But hopefully it will start seeing a little more use. I think it's not quite an obvious feature. But anyhow, thank you for watching, and above all, have fun. That's what this hobby is supposed to be all about.